So today we're going to create a overlapping shape abstract design. So I'm going to write my name on the back first. My name is Miss Romeo, and here's my class code, which is 2A, and if you're not in 2A, you could put your own class code in. Flip it over. The paper is going to be horizontal. Now we're going to draw different type of shapes onto our design. So the first shape I'm going to draw is a triangle. And I'm using my ruler to draw a triangle. Now for this assignment, you don't have to use a ruler. That's okay. But if you have a ruler, I do want you to use the ruler. And now I'm going to make a rectangle. And I want you to keep the triangle. So I don't want you erasing. I want everything to be overlapping. And I'll explain why when we do color. So here is our two shapes. Now I'm going to show you different types of circles you can use in this pattern design. Here are some circles, some lids that I have from my house. So I have this lid, a bigger lid, and two bigger lids. So I'm not going to use these two, but if you have anything that's circle in your house, you can use water bottle, glue sticks, caps. So I'm going to use this small cap, and I'm going to just go over this cap here. So that's 3 shapes. Now I'm going to make another triangle on the top. And this triangle is going to be smaller. So I want the shapes to be any size you like. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the last shape, which is 6. And my last shape is going to also be a circle. Now, I'm placing my shapes all down the page. Now you can do it horizontal, I'm doing it diagonal, you could do it vertical, but it has to be overlapping. You have to overlap the shapes to get the design pattern. Once you're done drawing, you're going to outline all of the shapes using black marker color pencil or crayon. If you don't have black, you can use any color to outline, such as brown or gray. I have outlined all the shapes using my black marker. And now I'm going to color each of the shapes using primary and secondary colors. So I'm going to first take my crayon and I'm going to outline the shape. And as I'm outlining the shape, I'm making sure that I'm coloring inside of the shape as well. So this shape is going to be blue. And I'm just coloring just the inside of the shape. Okay. So I'm gonna finish this offline, and then I'm gonna move on to my next shape, and you'll see how we're gonna color mix in between the shapes. So I finished coloring the blue. Now I'm going to color inside of the triangle. And for the inside of the triangle is going to be yellow. And yellow and blue together, our two primary colors, make green. So this little section here will be colored green. So the in-between shapes are going to be a secondary color. So now I'm going to color just the circle, not the rectangle. Just going to outline the circle. Just going to outline the circle. And then I'm going to finish coloring the circle off camera. And then together we're going to color the inside of this triangle. So now I have colored the inside of the circle. We have yellow and red. Yellow and red are two primary colors, and they create orange, which is a secondary color. And now I'm coloring inside of the half of the triangle. So when two colors mix together of primary, they make a secondary color. Now we're going to move on to this rectangle. This rectangle is going to be blue. I'm going to outline just the rectangle, not the inside of the circle, of the second circle, or the triangle. So when you have overlapping shapes, you do not color the overlapping shape blue. Okay, so now I colored the blue rectangle. Now red and blue are two primary colors. Together they make purple. So I'm going to color the inside of the circle and the rectangle purple. So every overlapping space will be colored a secondary color. So here's overlapping, here is overlapping, and here is overlapping. So now I'm going to move on to my next primary color. My next primary color is going to be yellow. I'm going to outline this whole circle yellow. As I'm outlining, I'm making sure I'm just coloring inside of the circle, and I'm not leaving any white spots. So when you're coloring, make sure that you're taking your time. This shows me good craftsmanship, that you're working really hard on your abstract design. Now, the next part is to figure out yellow and blue together are two primary colors. They create green. So inside of the rectangle and the circle makes green. So we're going to color the green. Okay, and then after I outline, I'm going to color inside of my shape. Trying to make sure there's no white spots. Okay, now I'm going to move on to my next section. My next section is going to be red. So I have red. I'm only going to color this section because these two, actually three, are overlapping, but this part is still going to be green. And now I'm going to finish outlining my section in red. Finish outlining the section in red, and now I'm going to color the whole thing. So we are learning how to color mix by overlapping shapes. And I want to say that you don't have to use crayons if you have other materials such as markers or color pencils. You can use them as well. And if some of you have oil pastels, you can use them in this design pattern. And now we have up top here is the corner of the triangle. Red and blue make purple. They mix purple. So red plus blue equals purple. And purple is a secondary color. And we have two primary colors, red and yellow, make orange. And here is the project of my shapes. We have blue and red and yellow are primary. We have orange, purple, and green that are secondary. And when you make blue and yellow, it equals green. When you make blue and red, it makes purple. And when you make yellow and red, it creates orange.